Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Pretty Sexy Driver Brand, aka Stone and Texting. And of course, your girl is coming to you all tonight with another review of Bold and Bougie on WeTV. Okay, you guys, so let's start off at the beginning of the episode. We're picking up from last week's episode of Crystal hosting her event in Atlanta, and we're picking up pretty much between Crystal and Princess Malaysia's friend, Dr. Princess, are kind of having a back and forth between words, and we see Crystal exiting her hosting event with her friend Shy and going back to the car, and we kind of run into Malaysia coming up, actually finna get ready to go back inside the club, and she sees Crystal upset getting in the car, and then Shy was like, girl, your friend got into it with my friend, and Malaysia was like, they were cool though, they were cool when I left. And I was just like, oh wow. But the way Crystal like was popping off, and I fully understand. Like I said last week, I understand where Crystal is coming from, because guess what? For you to insinuate that I've done something with my body that I know I have not, that I know I've not been around the block, around the corner, and then like that, and you steady saying it, or it's steady being put out there, of course I'm gonna get upset. Of course I'm gonna be agitated. Of course I'm gonna feel some type of way, because guess what? I don't know you, and you're coming at me making these statements, and I'm just meeting you, and you're here at my event, and it's kind of like, how are we gonna ever be able to talk if, guess what, you run around here telling me what you think you feel, or what you thought, or what your perception was of me. But we move on from that, and that moment, and Crystal leaving and telling Malaysia, she'll talk to her, she'll call her like when she comes down, and which I completely understand, I completely respect. So we pick back up with them actually meeting to go shopping, and I'm gonna just say this: Malaysia's cameo slow walk of meeting Crystal inside this store, baby. The body was bodying, the outfit was outfitting. And I love the boots, I love the hair, I love everything. Was just giving very much so Southern girl aesthetic. I'm out here, I'm in the city, and I'm popping out. So we get in and we go with Crystal in Malaysia, and like I said, they're shopping their elegant outfits. Because Crystal said she liked Malaysia's wardrobe, and she's new to the area, and she wants to kind of like shop and buy some like new things, and which I really love that. And they were trying them on in Malaysia. And Crystal, what I love about them is that they're very much so, girl, I support you, you support me, until things kind of took a turn, which is when Crystal was telling Malaysia about Prince's behavior, and what kind of led up to them having an exchange of words and going back and forth. And the conversation did get heated very quickly. Things did kind of go on a quick abruption. But what I can say I respect about both the ladies is that they walked away in the store, like, okay, leaving on a note of, okay, this how you feel, that's how I feel, and that's what it is right now. And I can respect that, and I think I like how they kind of handle it. They didn't get into like a big fuss or commotion. They was just like, okay, we talking about it, we gonna do it right now, and if we pick back up later, we will. So then we get on down to my good girlfriend, Miss Goshay Hawkins. And y'all have to give it to Miss Goshay. Because she's sharing about her life and her relationships with her kids. And I know that cannot be easy to do, especially when you're in a field or an industry such as she is, like far as being like in the restaurant business, and then also meeting a new group of people. Like, it's kind of hard to deal with that type of turmoil and be brave enough to share it publicly, and then to show that you're going to get help to fix on that and work on it, because everybody wants to have like a cookie cutter outlook on life. But guess what, some people in this world do have those issues, or have those things going on in their family. And like I said in the beginning, I respect Miss Goshay, because guess what, it's taking a very brave and bold woman to sit up here and share that, and to share her moments with her children and their relationships, and then also too about her upbringing and how she was raised. That is a lot to unpack. And as someone that's been going to therapy myself almost 8 years, it never gets any easier because you're always going to find things that you're unpacking. And I can see Miss Goshay and understand Miss Goshay from that point of view, in that perspective and scale. Now, baby, Miss Tamika Foster Raymond, the Friendsgiving event. I just like Miss Tamika because she's a woman and of a certain age, and you can tell that she's carrying herself in a particular way, in a particular manner, and I love that. I respect it, and like I said before, that is what brings like the substance and the quality to the show, because Miss Tamika is very much so, girl, this is that, girl, we finna do it, get it done, and I'm finna go on by my day because I still have other things to do. And I like the fact that she wanted to include the ladies with her Friendsgiving event this year. I just think that's like really nice that you and your friends get together and, you know, y'all talk, y'all share food, y'all have drinks. Also, too, you have a podcast, Miss Tamika. And I was like, okay, this kind of ties into with the Friendsgiving, because guess what? All these women or all these people could be coming from like a different walk of life. They could be over a particular age, newly divorced, or they could be dealing with some type of grief. And I feel like Miss Tamika is at a stance in her life where she could help them on her podcast, or help all the people that are listening or tuning into her podcast with the information that she's sharing about all three of these things at her Friendsgiving event and what they're going to be talking about. Next, let's see. Okay. So yeah, what is next? Which is the Friendsgiving event, and all of the ladies like show up, and everybody's looking, of course, good, fabulous, dress head to toe, hair's on fleek, makeup on fleek. Everybody's looking good, and you know, Miss Tamika invites the ladies over to the table, sit down and have a talk or like conversation, and pretty much she just was expressing to the ladies how she felt. You know, they should move as a group of new friend women, and they're getting to know one another, and how things, like how the group should move as a whole, or women should come together as a whole, as a new friend group. And she also kind of had a conversation with Goshay about what has been being discussed. And then, you know, Malaysia took the floor, and as Malaysia was speaking, I think this was like not rude of Miss Tamika, but very prompt too, because like she said, she's done this before, like this is how her mind works. Miss Tamika just got up, and Malaysia was like, well, girl, that's kind of rude. You know, I'm talking, I'm expressing myself. And like Miss Tamika said, sometimes like if you don't get to the point for her in a quick enough fashion, baby, her mind's like, do I leave the stove on? Do I need to go cut this off? Do I need to go do this? And which I can understand, because you know, hey, she's a very busy woman. She seems to have a lot of moving pieces and parts, and it seems that she is her machine from what I've seen in tonight's episode. But I did like how she was like, y'all, my guests are downstairs, and can we go ahead and invite them up? And then she kind of just sprung on them that they were going to do a podcast. I was like, yes, that is very much so business model 101. I'm going to feed y'all. We're going to talk. We're going to make some good content, and y'all going to have like a open dialogue of conversation. So I thought that was really interesting. Also, too, in that scene when Malaysia and Crystal first came into Miss Tamika's house, this is what I want the world to know. That is what you call real women. That is what you call real women, is respecting each other, respecting each other's comments and space without there having to come to drinks. Without there being drinks thrown, fists being thrown, any of the disrespectful commentation of remarks made to one another. That is what you call real women. That is what reality TV shows should pick up on, being real women and not having to fight and having substance. Thank you, Mr. Carlos King, for bringing back substance to black reality TV for black women in black casts, because I don't think a lot of people understand how that conversation between Krista and Malaysia on any other show, on any other platform, it would have been left, hands would have been thrown, drinks would have been thrown. But as two grown adult women, and I give it to Malaysia and Crystal, I say hats off to you ladies, because y'all did not come into Tamika's house, Miss Tamika's house, tearing it up. B, y'all respected where each other came from, and y'all were able to hug it out as grown women and still have a conversation about it as grown women and exit. And that there, I respect and love about Bold and Bougie. Also, like I said, they hugged and talked it up, and then we kind of left. So then after that conversation between Krista and Malaysia, we then see the rest of the ladies begin to exit the party, and they're all sitting down. They're having little girl chat before they exit, and Go Shay brings up to Princess about why she not speaking up. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Princess kind of started off a little cold, but from the past 2 episodes, Princess been warming it up. She been like, y'all not gonna play with me, y'all not gonna do this with me, and I love that about Miss Princess. And I like the fact that, guess what, she's not out here looking to shake the table, but understand if you shake hers, she's not afraid to shake it back. I like how she got up and she was like, you know what, unmic me, unmic me, unmic me, unmic me. I was like, yes, let the girls know I am not staying here for this. I am not doing this. I lived. I was like, yes, Miss Princess, yes. But of course, Go Shay and Miss Princess and Crystal sat down and they had a talk, and Go Shay was like, dang girl, I can't play with you no more, I can't joke with you no more. And Miss Princess was like, simply, no, you can joke with me, sweetie, but the thing is, stop putting her in this situation with making it seem like she's not speaking up for herself, which I can understand it, because sometimes if you don't handle situations like some people handle them, they sometimes can get this perception of you that that's not who you really are, that you're holding back, when it's not that you could just be looking for another way to handle the situation. And then the assistant coming downstairs, clock getting the tea and listening to the conversations that the ladies were having. I was like, this is probably gonna go left, but you never know. And then I like how Crystal and Go Shay was like, girl, you ready to go have a drink, like a real drink? It's like, oh, the girls are going out because they're real. Like, to me, I said this in the beginning, I believe Go Shay and Crystal is really friends outside of Bold and Bougie, like outside of them filming together. I feel like these ladies can call and converse and confide in one another. Just from what I'm seeing is their dynamic inside of the show. So you guys, we leave the party and then we get a group text. Not to everyone, but we get a group text, and pretty much it was about what was said, how everyone acted, and what was overheard. AKA the assistant went back and told what she heard, but she kind of misconstrued some things, as we find out when we get to the end of the episode, where Malaysia is hosting a sit down between Miss Go Shay and Miss Tamika, trying to see if the ladies can find a mutual ground, a mutual understanding, or to see what is their problem, or see what is their issues, not with each other, but more so around each other, because that, like Go Shay keeps saying, they don't know each other that well, so they really can't have an issue with one another. I think the issue is, how are we as women gonna get to know each other in a new friend group if one is not willing to give access to is not giving access to be known? And it can be kind of hard, but also too, it kind of takes two to tango. And to me, Miss Tamika has to understand that. Guess what? How you handle things is not how Ghost Shay handles things. And like I keep saying, I feel like that is what it is with these ladies. I think these ladies all come from like a different walk of life and how situations should be handled and taken care of. And I think that Miss Tamika has just gotten to a certain point in her life where she feels like it's like the wind. It's here and it's not. It's like the air. It's here and it's not. But I would like what Miss Goshay said. I would like for y'all to call your assistant or bring her on, because she could have just caused that whole debacle between you women as a whole. And I appreciate that Miss Goshay was like, look here, I ain't trying to beef with you. I ain't trying to have no smoke with you, girl. I own businesses. We're both business women. So can we find some type of mutual ground, sit on that, or find some way to work on this relationship? And if we can't, let's stay out of each other's way. But I understand the mutual respect these ladies have for one another, and I keep saying, I like how they're handling the situations by talking them out, not coming to blows, not really going under the jugular, but just more so we're gonna keep it about what it's about. We're gonna try to fix what it's about, and we're gonna make understanding of what it's about. Once again, hats off to the Carlos King for Bold and Bougie on WeTV, and it's 8/7 Central over here in Mississippi. And you also can catch up on Bold and Bougie on the All Black app. It's download, and if you want to see any more of my reviews, you can watch this video and just go under and look for Bold and Bougie Stone Assassin 91, and you will find your girl in all of my reviews. Until next time, until next Thursday for another review of Bold and Bougie, it has been your girl Stone _Assassin, aka Pretty Sis Jarda Brand.